yet. Oh, it is.
Welcome to Stirring the Pot with Lou Marconi and Johnny Cleveland. Part of the Fanatical L's Network, Fans First. Join us now. Yes, now. Hello, Lou.
Hello.
How are
Hello,
you
John.
doing on this glorious, hot, gosh dang, hottest day of the year here in Columbus, in Ohio? Oh, what's going on now? We're here with our Fans First.
Yeah, Fans First decides to not work for us.
Well, how you doing, Lou?
I'm doing great. I got a lot of, like you see, I got a tan because I was doing some yard work yesterday.
Yes.
So I got grass cut over the weekend.
That's excellent. I did make it to the pool yesterday with my son. So yeah, I've got getting a little sunburn here and there. So it's been good times. Though I'm telling you, this heat, man, maybe it's not quite as hot maybe where you're at, but man, it was 95, 96 here in Columbus. And
it's about 93 where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hot, man. I lived in Kansas for 25 years and it was, that's Kansas weather. This is just should not be Ohio weather.
Just so you know, today is June 23rd.
Yes.
Today's June 23rd. So we're going to know in 7 days about the Brown Stadium. Is that right? Because the Ohio State budget's due June 30th, and they're
you're right.
currently working on it now.
For restreaming our post.
Yeah, her son Hayden joined our show Friday night. And it was great kid, great young man.
Wonderful. Did you keep your you were a gentleman, Lou? You were
always, yeah. Because I had some people join me. I started out solo. Sherry couldn't make it, so I started out solo, but I invited Ethan to come when he could, and I invited Steve Hemrick to come when he could.
I did see, I had my phone with me. I was out of town with my beautiful wife, Laura, celebrating our anniversary this weekend.
Happy anniversary. Mine was the weekend before. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations. How many years now?
12.
We're at 7. So
7 years. Congratulations.
Yes. Right. Laura and I were best friends growing up back in the day when we were younger, in high school, college. And so
you guys known each other a long time.
We've known each other for a long time. It's a love story, Lou. It's just a beautiful love story.
Let's hear about this on the Brown Stuff Show.
I'm a one lucky guy like you're one lucky guy. We're lucky guys here on the
very lucky. Extremely. I was gonna say, it's the well, anyway, I just wanted to make that point real quick that the Ohio State House, the Ohio Senate, and Governor DeWine, they're working on the budget, exactly how they're going to do it. I think it's going to be the Senate plan with the unclaimed funds being used as a loan to the Browns for $600 million to get the state funding for that. And even the Cuyahoga County Council were saying they could override the veto of Chris Ronan. They're pretty much telling him to go pound sand because it's like you're not dealing with reality right now by him being obstructing this whole thing.
Think I heard it might have been Steve Gill on the Dog Pound South podcast on Sunday, one of our colleagues here, or somebody I was listening to was talking about this funding stuff that we're talking about. Yeah. And that over the decades, over 30 years, 40 years, that this fund has been there in the state of Ohio, unused, monies that are just there, and that we've used this stuff before. But the Browns are good for it. They'll pay them back. So people that are getting on the Browns case and saying this is terrible and that we have a crappy owner and that he's a weasel and stuff. I'm like, Steve was basically just saying, like, look, man, like this has been going on for years. So
that money's been there for decades, just sitting there. And the Browns have to put in a $50 million escrow fund in order to get it. So they basically have to put up $50 million of collateral. Yeah. Before they can get it. So that's what's happening. They already did. So they already have that there. I mean, this is going to happen, guys. And like I say, people, I can understand, like I said, what it is with the fans. I don't think they care about the funding. They care about the taxes. What they care about is like, how's it going to change their experience going to games? Are they going to be able to afford it? Are they going to be able to tailgate? Is it going to be fun? So really, that's what it's going to be. I mean, and the mayor of Brook Park came out and said, we're going to have the tailgating experience ready to go. It's going to be there. You're going to have a big video screen outside the stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, you are.
Yeah.
And if you want to say if it's too expensive, you have no idea how much it's going to cost now because we have no idea. It's 4 years from now.
Right.
The other thing too, the key factors, if they're winning, nobody's going to care.
Right.
That's what's going to matter. That's
Yeah.
going to be if we have a
I
winning.
was thinking the other day, man, do you remember? I mean, we've talked about this before, but like when the Browns went away after the 95, after the
97, 98. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How crazy that time period was for us Browns fans, how it just sort of, because I remember I was living in Kansas at the time and I was meeting a lot of new people and my team just went away. And it was one of those just bizarre times in Cleveland history where
surreal. Yeah.
I mean, the whole time. And then for them to get the team back in 99 and then for them to get to the playoffs and play the Squealers.
We want to talk about that now?
No, but I mean, it's funny because then, people who we all knew back then who might not have known that we were fans. And then you see them come back and, just explaining to people who didn't know about the Browns that when they got to the playoffs, like, this is, you wanted it to be like it was before when we had Bernie Kosar and all those guys back in the late 80s, early 90s. But we had Tim Couch, we had Kelly Holcomb, it was very different. So,
I actually posted an old video. They're talking about Michael Dean Perry.
Oh yes,
and I still have the 1991 number 92 jersey. I still have it.
This jersey you're wearing right now, Lou, this is awesome. Good job to your wife.
It was a Father's Day gift, so it's my official podcasting jersey. So I wear it.
Love it.
The wild thing, Ricky Vaughn.
Got to get the glasses for the next episode.
I don't need. I had LASIK.
You can borrow my glasses.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I just wanted to. We didn't talk about this before the show, but it just kind of occurred to me. And if some deal strikes down on the 30th, which I think by next weekend, we're going to have a deal in place.
So will there be shovels in the ground then?
Shovels in the ground, Q1, 2026. There's already stuff happening at Brook Park getting it ready. They're already preparing everything.
Well, a little bit further north of Brook Park is Strongsville, and Strongsville was in the news last week because of our new rookie quarterback.
Mr. Leadfoot.
Okay, so I had my show this morning, Lou, and we talked about this off air, but I had the Coffee Jolt. Please join me in the mornings because I have my hiatus 5 weeks left of my summer vacation.
In the Bandit car, he'd gotten away.
Yeah, and so I was on, and I was talking about this stupid story. It's not really a story, but the people that don't like Shador, like Mary Kay, they just want to get stuff out there and create clicks and get you to suck you in. Mm-hmm. And it's a 23-year-old. And I was saying, Lou, how I think I got 3 or 4 speeding tickets in my early 20s. I had 2 back-to-back I got a little nervous because I shouldn't have been speeding like that. And, but for God's sakes, man, it's a freaking speeding ticket. And our colleague Sam, the youngster down in Dallas, was talking earlier on his podcast about some more specific issues and that dealt with some serious consequences. And obviously, I'm not
other athletes.
And I'm not downplaying what Shador did. And speeding is never a good idea.
No,
but nothing happened, and thank God nothing happened. But he got pulled over.
Yeah, and he didn't skip the court date. It was a miscommunication on the website. Mary Kay reported what was on the website, which maybe she should have verified that, but she thought that was good enough, which it wasn't true though. I mean, it wasn't what happened. So, and the thing is, it's that time of the year now. It's late June. We're a month away from training camp starting. Yeah. July 18th is when rookies report. Yes. So they got something to write about, so they're going to go crazy about it.
Well, Steve Gill pointed out a good point too, not to change the subject, but
it's okay. It's okay.
With like talking about the start of training camp, that the other conversation pieces, the Browns are going to keep 4 quarterbacks. Well, Steve pointed out that last year we did have 4 quarterbacks on the roster at this point, and it was releasing Tyler Huntley. They tried to trade him, but they ended up releasing him at the end of training camp.
Nobody wanted to trade for him, and he ended up going to the Dolphins and played against us and beat us.
That's right.
And because we had DTR who sucked canal water. So it's
was that game in Cleveland? Was that?
Yes,
Dolphins
it was.
game?
I was there.
Okay.
It was a 55-degree game for December, which we were surprised. My wife came with me.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, my wife came with me, and it
A
was
little
just
bit
like,
nicer weather than the Pittsburgh game.
oh god, that was
And
it
whatever
was
game,
fun.
yeah.
It was fun when I look back on it, but during it, I'm like, I wouldn't mind a dome right now. I'm getting snow. Well, I jumped in.
You did.
Yeah,
was our show that you, was that the one where you talked to the guy, the lady that was the selling
No,
beers?
that was before the Chiefs game. I said, make sure you tip these people. It's rainy, it's cold here. You got to tip these people. tip your vendors. Tip your beer people. She was a real sweet lady. She was a young lady. She was a very nice young lady.
Now, I want to give a shout out. I talked to these guys earlier today. Maybe they're watching the Bearded Browns podcasters. I know you've met them in person, and they have a great show, great program. They put out their own predictions this morning on the Browns season.
Okay.
And they actually, the one guy whoever put it out had the Browns going 11-6, and he went through game by game on Twitter.
Who said that? Who said 11-6?
One of the guys in the Bearded Browns
podcast. Was it Mike? Was it Mike?
I'm not sure, but I've got the list right here, Lou.
Okay.
And I wanted to go through. I thought maybe you and I could go through these. I kind of went through them earlier.
I have one prediction. It's pain, just like Mr. T in Rocky 3. Pain.
So he has them going 11-6, and he has them winning against the Bungles in week 1. He has them losing against the Ratbirds, has them beating the Packers. He said he calls it a shootout, has them losing to the Lions, has them beating the Vikings in England.
That's possible because we don't know what kind of a team the Vikings are going to have, depending on how JJ McCarthy is, because technically this is his rookie year.
I just don't see the Browns' success when they go over. I mean, it's been a while, but usually when they travel far, it's
Then they got to come back the next week and go in.
Well, he has them losing to the Squealers when they get back, but then he has them.
The Squealers are coming off their bye too that week.
He has them playing a home game against the Dolphins and winning that one. He has them beating the Dolphins.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of. You don't know what the Dolphins are going to be like either. They're kind of a wild card type of team.
Now he has them going on the road to the Raiders and has them beating the Raiders, and I'm like, I would love to think that that's possible. And every year we think that we're going to go out to California or Vegas and we're going to beat these teams, and we always lose.
Yeah, it's the West Coast. I mean, it's a long trip out there. Yeah, I think the thing is. He could be, but go ahead, continue.
Yeah, then the week, the following week, they have him playing the 49ers again, who come here to Cleveland, and he has them beating them, which he calls that a statement home win. I said earlier today, I don't think that that's going to happen. I think we got lucky with a break. They missed the field goal a year ago or 2 years ago when they.
Okay. Just 2 years ago. I was there. I was at that game.
Titans. He has them beating the Titans.
That's possible.
And I would say that probably Shador will be maybe battling Cam Ward in that game.
It's possible. You have no idea. I mean, it's hard to predict.
Has him going to Chicago and beating the Bears.
That's possible too. I could see that. I mean,
and has him losing to the Bills. Has them losing to the has him beating the Steelers at home.
That's the final home game of the year.
And then has him losing to the Bungles.
Does he have him winning the opener against the Bengals?
Yes, he has him beating he has him winning one, losing one.
So he has. It sounds like we're splitting. Are we splitting our divisional games?
See, I think I don't have the other Ravens game prediction on here. I think I took a picture of his predictions.
Okay. But what was he said? 11 wins.
11 wins, 6 losses. The betting, the people have the Browns going plus or minus 6.5. So I mean, if you take them for 7 wins, you're going to win some money.
I think 7 wins is I said 7 and 9.
Definitely. Yeah.
I was on Jeff Hartman was on my show, and I told him, I said, he's talking the Pittsburgh fans. And I think the thing they got to be careful with Aaron Rodgers is just because of his age, and is he going to play all 17 games?
Right.
Because a guy that age in the NFL, I mean, injuries pile up. We all know that. So injuries pile up. So that's just the thing. Can we split our divisional games? That starts there. That's the baseline. That's 3 wins. So we could take Cincinnati early in the season because they start slow. They lost to New England last year at home in the opener. That's just like, because I remember it. I remember I was catching it. I was tailgating. The guy had his had like a smart TV with it, using his phone as a hotspot. He had NFL Sunday tickets, so we were just hanging out, watching the other games, and it was pretty cool. But I actually saw that, and I was like, dang, man, what's wrong with the Bengals this year?
Well, Joe Burrow, have you seen his outfits? His
No.
Hey, I got an offhand question for you because I'm interested to know what you think of this. Lou, you and I know we both grew up, and a lot of folks that maybe watch our show grew up when we did in the 70s and 80s. And we grew up with the mullets. We grew up with the wild hairs.
Yeah, that was
and
a
all those
things
things
down the street.
Those mullets are coming back in full force. I work at a high school, and oh my God, the LSU baseball team, they all have mullets. I'm like just overwhelmed by all these mullets. I just can't stand it. It's driving me nuts. Where are you at with the mullet?
I was saying the mullets. That wasn't that a crazy family that lived down the street and had a bunch of old beat up junk cars in their front yard.
Exactly.
No, I think I can't stand them. I would never do it.
Right? Come on, man. Come on, kids.
Yeah, guys. We made fun of that. We made fun
of
it. Yes. Like go watch the movie with David Spade called Joe Dirt. It's a stupid movie. But
that's perfect, man. I'm going to have everybody that.
Watch Joe Dirt. It's dumb.
Great insight into how the rest of the world perceives the mullet.
Yeah. There we go. See, there you go. That's your homework, fans. Watch Joe Dirt. Yep. See, thanks, Nicole.
That's funny.
But
yeah.
Good. What else? Yeah, Shador. I'm not concerned about Shador. I said this to Steve. Never have I ever seen so much coverage go to a 5th round pick this early in the season. A 5th round pick, guys.
Well, to be honest, though, Lou, you and I, you probably would agree with me a little bit that when we've talked about this before, I mean, most people, I would say 99% of the people out there, analysts, fans, did not see Shador Sanders being drafted as a 5th rounder. I mean, he was projected for the entirety of the draft cycle to be going early, potentially in the top 10 in the whole freaking draft. And so I don't see him as a 5th round draft pick. I know he was selected. And I know
most people don't. I think they consider him a high value pick there.
So where do you see then the Brownies with this and Kevin Stefanski and how Andrew Berry are rolling into this season and him and Shador not getting his due, or it's not fair? Is Dylan Gabriel still automatically, because he was the 3rd round pick, the guy that they're going to go to first?
No, I think they're gonna go to the best option to win.
Okay.
But I think if the team starts out well, and if it's either Pickett or Flacco starting, and I'm leaning towards Pickett because he's younger.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if they're playing well and they're winning, they're doing well enough. Like, for instance, they win, they say like they win 4 out of their first 7. Just coming out, shoot out of the gate like that. They do that, and you're like, well, and the offense is looking good, defense is playing good, we're winning games. We're like, okay, hey, we can stick with what we're doing. There's no need to rush anybody. But if the team's like, 1-5 or 2-6 or something like that, play the kids. Let's see what we got. See what we need. That you see how that it all. I think it's indicative or predicated on how they start the season. Because with Deshaun, what they went 1-6 to start, and we just knew it was over. Season was over. We're not going anywhere this year. And he tore his Achilles. He's done. And so we're like, okay, what are we going to do? So that's exactly what happened. So I'm hoping. I'm thinking. I said I could see 7 to 9 wins, and I think that's realistic.
I said 8 and 9. I told the Bearded Browns podcast earlier. I think 8 and 9 is my early prediction.
8 and 9. Okay, but there I talked to Jeff Hartman, and I like him. He's a good guy and all. He's a Steelers fan. He was saying 11 wins with Aaron Rodgers, and I kind of tilted my head a little bit, saying, okay, well, you could talk yourself into it, I guess. You could talk yourself into anything.
Well, we were talking ourselves into 11 or 12 wins last season.
Well, because we had it the year before. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we had it the year before. But the thing we were not thinking about or noticing was all the injuries that carried over, especially on the offensive line, because we had 3 starting centers in the first 6 weeks.
Exactly.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good at
Yeah.
all. So that's really what went wrong. There are people that were underperforming, including Watson.
Yeah.
But he always held the ball on too long, and it's just an offense. And nothing clicked. It didn't work. We couldn't run the ball worth anything.
I made the mistake of going back and trying to watch some of the games this past week myself, like Steve Gill was doing, and that was a little bit of torture. But it was interesting to see those two early games against the Giants and then the Raiders. We were in control. I mean, we had opportunity after opportunity late in those games to win at least those two games. We were down, but we had multiple opportunities to drive the ball. We didn't have a long field. We were like at midfield, 40-yard line, and Deshaun Watson just sucks. I mean, he
played like he wasn't that bad in 23. I don't know if it was because of the shoulder injury that screwed him up and he just couldn't play after that.
Yeah.
Or if it was just whatever it might have been. I don't know because, it's hard to say, but I don't think anybody expected us. I think it was quarterbacks that played. It was ranked 46th in a 32-team league with how the quarterbacks were ranked.
I have a couple questions I want to ask you after the break here about the quarterbacks and something else with the Brownies. So let's pause here for a quick break here on Stirring the Pot. And we're back here on Stirring the Pot with Lou Marconi and Johnny Cleveland.
Yes.
That'd be I. So Tony Grossi drives me nuts. Mary Kay drives me nuts. They're driving everybody nuts these days. A lot of people are just frustrated. What I'm frustrated, and I want your take. This continues our conversation about the Browns and going into this season. I mean, Tony Grossi's already out there, and others are saying, the Browns are going to automatically, like, he's predicting they're going to draft another quarterback in 2026. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? What's wrong with these people that are following this team? And Tony has followed this team for years, and I'm really sick of it. It's like you just drafted a 3rd rounder and a 5th round quarterback. You have two high, quality quarterbacks in Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders. And he's passing on them, and some other folks around are passing on these guys automatically. They're already, and I pulled down the list of the quarterbacks that are coming up, and I've already looked at it this past week, and none of these guys that are coming up in 2026, there's nothing exciting about these guys. So I don't know where the hell these people are coming from with their opinions on, well, the Browns are automatically going to go pick another quarterback up in 2026, and neither Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel have a chance. This is basically what Tony Grossi is saying. And I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Stop talking. Like, he's not the only person doing this, and it's driving me batty because go ahead, go look at the quarterbacks in 2026. I know some of you think that they're much better. I don't. I've looked at the list too. I don't think the kid out of Penn State's, I know he's a local product. He hasn't done anything. When he pees his pants when he plays the Buckeyes. I mean, the guy's not that good. The guy out of LSU,
Drew Eller.
I mean, come on. And Manning. I mean, we don't know much about him.
We don't know much about him.
The kid from LSU. I mean, okay, maybe, but you haven't even seen.
Let's see how they play next season first. Let's try that. Can we do that?
I'm just frustrated.
I think I would say this. This is what I said. I think if they have a chance to draft a generational talent next year, they'll do it. But who?
Who is that, Lou?
Don't know yet. We don't know.
You would think you would know, but you would think that you would know. Like if it was a generational talent, like I pulled up the list of the quarterbacks. Okay, like if he's generational talent, then this kid, whoever it is, should be talked about a lot at this point. And I don't hear anybody saying, "Oh my God, this is the next generational quarterback." I mean, you got Archie Manning, you got the Drew Aller kid, the Garrett Newsomeyer. I mean, he's a big kid, 6'2". Now, Drew Aller is tall. He's 6'5". I see that, when I go, you both his physique and all that, when his size to be a quarterback in the AFC North. But after that, you get that kid out of South Carolina, Lenoris Sellers. You've got a kid out of Clemson called Cabe Klubnik. There's a quarterback out of Arizona State called Sam Levet. You've got an Iowa quarterback, that Mendoza. There's a kid out of UCLA who's a big kid, Nico Lamaliva, and then you've got Carson Beck, who's like 30 years old and plays for the University of Miami. I mean, Lou, I'm sorry, there's no generational talent there. You don't
know yet. You don't know yet.
I'm going out on a limb. So I'm going to predict it right now. I think it's a disrespect to the Browns players that were drafted for these idiots right now who are, especially the local folks like Tony, who are going out there saying, well, they're going to go get a guy in 2026. I'm like, give these guys an opportunity before you start spatting off about it.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. Lou is taking a nap.
No. I'm not getting worked up over this stuff. I'm not getting worked up over shit in June when the college football season isn't even started yet. I'm like, let's see how these guys play. Let's see how the draft shapes out. Who was that guy that was the Georgia guy that everybody thought was going to be a high draft pick in 2025?
That was Beck or no?
No, was it Beck?
The Carson Beck was the guy that he went to Miami now to play.
Yeah, see. Yeah, let me see. Yeah. Don't worry about next year yet. Yeah, Johnny's out of control. You're out of control, man.
I know. Thanks, MC. I have to be the out of control one tonight.
Let's focus on what we have now. Let's work on developing these guys as best as we can. Let's try to win games. Yep. Let's pray for Jacksonville to suck.
I think both. I will say this again. I'm a big Shedeur fan. I believe that the kid is going to be great. I won't say great right now. He's going to be good. And Dylan Gabriel, who knows? It's frustrating that we're already jumping ahead, and we just need to slow down and play the season out. And if these guys are good, we want these guys to be good. And then if you get Jacksonville to suck, like you're saying, then you get to pick a couple people in the first round that are positional talents that can make this team even much more, than they are right now. So,
well, right, and I think people are already like putting aside Dylan Gabriel, and they're not even giving him a chance yet because he's short. Forget it. He's not going to get.
Right.
I
fall in that category. That's why.
Besides that, but give him a chance. We might as well see what we got. I think I will predict this sometime. You will see a start from Dylan Gabriel in this year's season, and I think you'll see a start from Shedeur Sanders. You're going to see that debate. You're going to see that Twitter arguments. You're going to see people, if they don't convert a key first down late in the game with a paused picture of guys that were open while I was getting destroyed,
right?
Was getting sacked,
All right.
You know what I'm saying, man. It's
let me throw this one out at you. There was one.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so you probably don't. I don't follow Madden very much, but they came out with Madden team ratings.
Oh, great! Video game? Are we gonna argue about a video game?
No, but I'm saying it's contrary to what Vegas thinks as far as wins and losses. The Madden game has the Browns like the 7th best team in Madden. They're tied for 7th with the Bungles. It goes the Chiefs with a 92 rating, the 49ers with a 92 rating. Then you got the Ratbirds, the Dolphins, the Cowboys, the Lions, the Bungles, and the Brownies. Ahead of, actually, they're tied with the Eagles. The Jets are up there too. I'm like, how the hell did the Jets get up there? But
they have Justin Fields.
Whatever. Anyway, it's just funny because Browns are predicted to win 5 or 6 games by Vegas, but according to Madden, we're one of the best video teams out there. So, what's your take on that? You don't.
Oh God! Well, let's get fitted for rings. We're good on Madden, and Shedeur Sanders was perfect in OTAs. Let's get those Super Bowl rings out. Come on, folks, get those. Let's get that championship paper ready.
God. Oh, by the way, I'm watching this game right now. NFL Network. They're showing old games. It must be Aaron Rodgers MVP week. So they're showing old games of the Packers and the Giants from back in the day. And interesting side story here. I went to a wedding last night. My wife's colleague got married, and the in-laws the son who's getting married, the dad's name
Mm-hmm.
is Aaron Rodgers. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
So, but they're from Minnesota. They're not. Yeah.
They're
But
from
we
Minnesota.
were making a joke that we could text people yesterday and say, "Hey, I'm at a wedding with Aaron Rodgers."
Hey,
technically, I really was.
Yeah, and then people are gonna be like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
Right.
Yeah, hey, he must know something here. Hey.
I
I like what Miles said. I get a chance to put him in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well,
speaking of which, there's two things going on with division rivals with their pass rushers.
Yes.
TJ Watt held out.
Yes.
And Trey Hendrickson.
Yes.
Plus, the Bengals' first round pick. They're screwing with him on his contract, which is
the Bengals are ridiculous. They're always a mess.
And they're complaining about our owner.
Yeah, it's just sad that they got to a Super Bowl before us. They just got lucky.
Oh, they could blind. Fine. Okay.
What are your thoughts? So we were talking off air, changing subjects here, but basketball. We watched the championship last night. Halliburton went down with the Achilles tear, I guess. So he's out.
He's probably going to be out a year. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sad for him. I know people say, "Oh, I really," and then people are like, "Oh, well, it doesn't." Now that maybe they would have won if they had him, and just give Oklahoma their props. They were a very good team this year. I'm not a big fan of OKC, but.
Yeah, no, it's fine. OKC, they were the best team in the league from start of the year to the finish of the year. They earned the championship. They won it.
That kid, whatever that kid's name is, the MVP of the Thunder, such a great player.
Oh, they're a good team. It was a great series. They're a great team, and it's unfortunate what happened to Tyler Halliburton, but you know what? Them's the breaks, man.
Yeah.
Oklahoma
City.
Go ahead. I just want to say, when I hear that only in Cleveland bullshit, just look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's Indianapolis. That's not Cleveland.
Yes, yes, that's a good observation. Oklahoma City, props to them. They have a great fan base. I've been to a game there back in the day, and it really is an electric atmosphere. The fans really do pay attention to their basketball, especially out there in the high plains of Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas. Mm-hmm. So congratulations to them and their franchise. Interesting that they did that without Kevin Durant. I didn't realize. I went back and looked. Kevin Durant was in his second year when I went down there to see the Cavs with the old LeBron playing against the Thunder back in the 2008-2009 season. That was, again, Durant was a sophomore, or not, he was in his second season. That team that he was on, that Durant was on, that Thunder team,
with Russell
they were so bad. I don't know if they had Russell Westbrook yet, but they had a 3-24 record.
Yeah,
coming into that game, and the Cavs had a 24-3 record. Like, they were polar opposites. The Cavs won that game. They didn't play very well. I remember watching that, and my son Alec and I were talking about it earlier. And that was, I think, LeBron's last season in Cleveland before he went down to Miami.
He did it in the summer of 2009,
right?
2010. Well, 2009 in June of 2010 is when he made that.
That was because it was the following years. But I was, LeBron could take plays off. It was pissing me off because I was a basketball coach at the time, and watching LeBron kind of settle in at half court and not go back and play defense or something like that. It's very, very annoying back in the day. I remember that going, man, this guy is supposed to be like this superstar. I don't know. That's where I see like Michael Jordan and LeBron. They were different types of players, and I get all that.
Well, Michael Jordan never took games off. So
no, he didn't. And I don't think people understand that.
No, and like I said, the Cavaliers. There's the people. I saw people like, well, Cavaliers could win. They haven't opened. They could possibly win the conference. I'm like, you don't know that yet. I mean, they're saying that because Tyler Halliburton's hurt, he's probably going to be out.
Oh yeah, yes.
People were doing that already, and I don't even want to do that. I think the Cavs are going to be a good team next year. I'm sure they're going to make some moves.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what do you think?
Wednesday night. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I talked to
I can see Garland getting traded. Yeah,
I talked to Dean Wade's old high school coach out there that I communicate with periodically, and he had said that he wouldn't be surprised if something happens because Dean's going into his last year of his contract. Isaac Okoro, I know Heather is a big fan of Isaac Okoro, and he might be on Heather, our colleague.
Yeah,
here with the
Love Buckeyes. Her, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think the Cavs will be right back up there. I think they'll be. But do you think Darius could be on the trading block?
I think so.
You think Darius Garland would be the guy?
I think you're on. People are saying get rid of Jared Allen, and I don't know if they're going to do that because he just didn't play physical enough in the playoffs, which I agree. I agree with that, but I don't know if they're going to do that yet or not. I will have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I remember reports at this time last year, Donovan Mitchell was on his way out.
Yeah.
You see, you don't know. I mean, it's just people. There's a lot of it's speculation, and I think what you're seeing with Mary Kay Cabot and Tony Gross are doing, you're talking about in April of 2026. I mean, I'm rather talking about stuff that I know is going to impact this team in the future, and the fact that we have an owner that's investing $2.4 billion in Cuyahoga County in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
To keep this team here and to build a state-of-the-art facility, something nice for us to have and go and watch games and host the Super Bowl and host other events.
Yeah.
And people are complaining because they want to go into a crap stadium and drink their beer with their butt cracks hanging out and their bellies hanging out of their jerseys. Seriously, guys.
Yeah.
If you're gonna resist change, you're never gonna be happy because things change all the time.
Yeah. And that's what's happening right now. It is a big change, and it's significant.
It is a big change. And
this is a generational. Yeah. I mean, years and years, all of us here, our age group, fans that have been older who've seen Municipal Stadium, sat through cold weather games. We've shifted to this another stadium now, and but it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be great. I get the people that are nitpicking and saying, well, even if they build it, they're not going to draw Super Bowls or they're not going to draw concerts. And I'm like, who are you? Like, why are you so negative? Like, it's just unreal.
I don't get it. I don't get it either. I'm trying to help me wrap my head around this because do you remember what happened 30 years ago?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why things happened the way they did? And granted, Art Modell was wrong. He did it the wrong way.
Sure.
He could have handled it a lot better, but the stadium was falling apart. It was obvious we needed a new one. You had a bunch of idiot bureaucrats in downtown that wasn't getting anything done. The only reason why the Gateway thing passed was because the Major League Baseball commissioner came in to Cleveland and said, you build this ballpark or else you're going to lose your team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why people voted for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
51-49. So this is monumental. It's huge. And I tell you what, if we're winning and people are showing up, you're going to love it.
That's all that matters. Yeah. And well, Lou, any final thoughts on this evening? I know we're doing pretty good for filling 40 minutes of time here with we are in the heart of June. It's hot. It's 95 degrees.
I got a fan on. You can't tell because I got this mic on. I got my headset. I had the headsets thing on.
Yeah.
I got a mic. So
awesome.
One thing I wanted to bring up was a very unfortunate situation with an Ohio State alum.
Yes.
Former linebacker and assistant coach and podcaster Kirk Barton. He was in an unfortunate situation in Dublin, Ohio, where I believe he could possibly be charged with vehicular homicide. He was in a car accident at 3 a.m. It was believed he's believed allegedly to be under the influence, and the driver in the other vehicle that he struck with his car was killed. Unfortunately, killed. And I think it's nothing good happens at that time.
We had it's really bad. And I know I live here in Columbus, so there's other reports about, him, and just, I know he's a very popular figure in Ohio State, and he's got the podcasting, like you mentioned before.
The Scoop. Yeah, he's on the Scoop, and they've been very good about the reporting about the Michigan, the whole Michigan scandal with the science team and everything.
Yeah. We'll follow that story. It's very just sad. I know we had another instance here. There was a tractor trailer or an oil rig spilled like 8,000 bazillion gallons of oil just here on the highways, actually close to where I live. And there was a car that cut in front of the truck. They're looking for, I think they did find the kid that was in a pickup truck. He cut him off, which made the semi turn over, flipped off of the ramp. I think it was on 270 down here. Very very scary situation, but I think everything's better now. But it got a lot of attention yesterday because I live where you could see the plume of smoke. It burned all afternoon and evening. So anyway, well, Lou, I hope you have a good night.
I hope you guys too. I didn't mean to end it on a bummer, guys. Just like I said, it's one thing. It's one thing. I know we're gonna get flack from the national media. We're gonna get flack from people outside of Cleveland. Don't do it to ourselves.
Right.
Let's not do that. And we're better than that. We're a better team than 3 wins. And all this garbage talk or crap talk just don't do it.
Yeah.
Because I saw somebody said that some other place posted something they thought they were funny about forcing Iran to watch Browns games or something. I'm like, oh really?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, let's put on that stupid jersey with all the names on it because you know what? Miami has one. Pittsburgh's starting one. Let's just keep doing that. Let's keep doing that. Let's just keep it. Yeah,
I'm feeling good about. I think the whole. I said on my show this morning, Coffee Joel, that the Browns in their youth and these new quarterbacks, these new running backs, all of this is good, and we should look at that much more positively than some of us want to do right now.
I'm not predicting playoffs. I'm not predicting a Super Bowl this year. I'm predicting better.
Yeah.
Predicting watching.
And the hang up, by the way, did you see that Steve was talking about this? The second round picks have not signed their contracts yet because there's whoever was drafted early in the second round, and I don't know which team it was for, is holding all of this up because he won't sign the contract. So pretty much all the second round picks have not signed their contracts with their team.
Was it? Wasn't Schlesinger?
No, it was somebody.
I got to say Schlesinger.
Whoever there's some second rounder out there. I have to go back and listen to Steve Gill's Dog Pound South podcast.
Judkins is the only pick that didn't sign yet.
But the reason he's not signed it is because basically they wait for whoever's at the beginning of the second round, and I think whoever got picked it can't be the Browns guy then, right? Because we picked.
No, we signed him.
So maybe whoever was the next guy. Who was the next guy? It was pick number 30.
34.
Let's look.
36th pick was
or 30 34 35, I bet. So whoever was NFL, let's see here. NFL draft. I remember Steve mentioning it. Pick 35.
Actually, I heard if Iran didn't agree to the ceasefire, they were going to drop Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh boy.
I'll drop Rosie O'Donnell on you. That's what I'm going to do. And boom, that was it. All right, we had enough. No more. I'm kidding.
I'm looking for. I'm focused on round 2 of the NFL draft here. Jaden Higgins, Quinshon Judkins. God, who is it, dude? I have to go back and listen to what Steve said, but basically, virtually everybody else in the second round is not signed. So,
yeah, we're not the only ones. Yeah, there's that's happening. I know a first round pick for the Bengals isn't signed yet either.
Yes,
he's a good draft pick. He was a good player. I mean, Shamir Smith, I think his name was.
Yeah, was he drafted late in that first round?
17th.
Okay,
he was 17th pick in the first round. Yeah,
interesting. Okay.
Interesting. Well, like I said, guys, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And
unless something exciting happens within the 2 week
period. Do you think the stadium deal being a done deal would be exciting? I mean, that's the only thing that's going to happen.
Yeah,
happen unless something major.
So the next time we talk to everybody, it'll be. Actually, I do need to talk to you about that, Lou, because since we may have to change the next time we talk to everybody on Stirring the Pot, but we'll give you that information once we.
Yeah, you just keep an eye out for us. We'll show up. I'm going to be on tomorrow at 12:30.
Yes. Okay.
With Corey Castle, we're going to do the Stew Cast, and then also on top of that, the Sunday Stew Pot will be on again next Sunday, and Friday night I will be back with Sherry doing the Burning River Brown Stock. I keep myself good. Yeah, Sherry's fine. She had a family obligation thing. Everybody's like, "Where is she? Is she okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, she's fine. She's fine, guys."
Good.
She's okay.
Well, we look forward to having her back in the fold.
Oh, of course, I love having her on there. She puts up with my shit.
That's right. Bernie River Browns Talk. Catch Lou and Sherry. Lou's show. Their Bernie River Browns Talk Friday night.
Yes.
Have a good night.
Love you guys. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for joining us. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. Enjoy the Hemisphere Coffee.
That's right.
Yep, I promote it every time. Don't lose that.